Hello, everybody. My name is LonOTron, and we are still stuck in this pit, in this ravine, and I'm trying to think about how I'm getting out of here. We do have a pickaxe, so I'm thinking that the best thing to do would be to tunnel up, and then it would have to start here. And then, if we can staircase this back up, we can take this poor thing, which I've beaten to hell and back, and I feel so bad. I just got it done. Wait, I picked up that shovel. Yes, the shovel from the toolbox. The tactical shovel makes a return once again. Oh, the tactical shovel. Always bring your tactical shovel with you. You never know what kind of situation you're about to end up in. Oh, perfect. I'd also like to say that since uploading my last video, we have broken 200 followers on TikTok. I gotta say, I'm astounded. I'm absolutely astounded. Some people just subscribed for the Disco Elysium profile picture, and you know what? I don't care. I really don't. Whatever reason you're here, I'm glad to have you here. I'm just really glad to have you here. I never thought I'd have a following on the internet, even a small one. Alright, now we're gonna ramp it up this. Yes! Yes, we did it! We're out of the. We're off. Oh man, we're out. We're out. Okay. We need to build some roads. This terrain is so wonky. I need some roads, and I want to turn this into a garage. So what we're gonna do for now is we are going to head inside. We are going to head inside. We are going to eat some food. We are going to go to bed. Let's get these crates down because we have a good number of them, and some were put in. Were put into the. Oh, I don't want to put those under the press. I wish I had a better place to. Oh, hey, I have an idea. Hang on. I've got an idea. Let's take these downstairs and put them under the grate. Yeah. So let's bring these down here, and we'll kind of just stack them up any old place. Back here would be good. There's lots of space back here that's just not being used. So let's do that. Probably put a floor in. A floor would be nice. But I have to get to bed. I have to eat food. I have to go to bed, eat my dinner, get some rest. Because man, what an adventure! What an adventure indeed! And we are back to it. We are back to work. And we are going to put in a floor here. You see, this is where the this is where the now you see, this is where the water wheel to run the mining machine was. But we don't have that anymore, so I'm thinking of just a building out into like levels so that I can have the lower levels and it'll be really nice. Alright, let's see how much dirt and sand I get from this. So it's going to be 2 sand, so it's going to be the dirt plus 2. So the dirt, 36 plus 2, that's 38. And even then, it's probably not going to be that much because of how much dirt I picked up elsewhere. And then I also need to put down my toolbox and pull the crates out of that, which is a wonder that I could fit crates into a toolbox in the first place. But we're here now. Let's see. There they are. Tomato crates. And now we have no need to have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Oh, look, nice stockpile of food. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to make a shelf. I wonder if there's a shelf I can make. Shelf. All right, so there's the bookshelves, of course. Is there a shelf I can just set things on? Yeah, item shelf. There we go. 3 slabs. Easy peasy. Drop off a bunch of the stuff we picked up because there was stuff I just didn't need in my inventory for that little outing. We're gonna hold on to the key. Actually, we're gonna put that on an item shelf when we get a chance. And as for the globe, I'm gonna set up a, I don't know, I think maybe if I put, are there any tables? Is there a nightstand or a table or something? Table. Andesite table cover. Which you make with an andesite table cutter or stone cutting andesite alloy into the table cover, which will bring the andesite alloy up here soon. Or we'll bring the stone cutter up here soon. Yeah, there we go. Now we can make shelves. And let's see, we can put them, let's go with right here. And toolbox. And, they're so little. They're tiny little toolboxes. Yeah, that looks good. And then put some on this window, right here. And we will take down I have my wrench in my hotbar. We'll take down that. And I think, okay, close one, close one. Not gonna lie, that was pretty close. It was pretty close. We are going to patch up this hole in the floor. There we go. Just some boards, old school style. Let's go pick up that stone cutter. Oh, let's grab the. How can I fix you? How do I repair you? You have fuel, which is good. What if I treat it like an iron golem? If I treat it like an iron golem, I have the copper ingots, right? I bring them over here and I shift. Are you gonna? Oh, no. Hmm. What if I hit it with the key? Is there any way to repair this? How do I repair it? There might be information in my quest section. Let's see. New Age, Fun Editions, Moped. The Moped. You need key to open the field. That's all it says about it. Huh. Okay. Guess we'll just have to leave that one for now. Oh yeah, let's grab my blue toolbox, put it down, and make sure it has my wrench ready. While we are at it, I want to put the hand crank into this toolbox. And, the mechanical saw. There we go. Anything else I should put in there? Not right away. Let's go grab that stone cutter. That's my hammer, not my pickaxe. Stone cutter time. So, recently, someone I grew up with, their mom posted some anti-vax stuff on their profile. I'm gonna be incredibly clear about this. I'm going to be super clear about this. Vaccines are good. Vaccines are important, right? I honestly don't know what these are for. But like I was saying, vaccines good. Vaccines important. Vaccines reason you not dying of polio. Okay? Vaccines are good and important because there was a time which some of you may not be able to fathom because you weren't alive then, all right? And like that's not your fault. I wasn't alive then either. But there was a time people would get this disease called polio. All right? Now polio attacks the nervous system. And it leads to all sorts of really nasty symptoms. I actually used to know a guy who had polio when he was younger. Okay, well, I say I knew him. I played poker with him once, right? And this guy was wheelchair bound because he had polio when he was younger, and it left him unable to move his legs. And by the time symptoms like that have manifested, it is incurable, unreversible, over. Now, you have never had polio. Or at least, if you're in a developed country, you have never had polio. Well, even some people in developed countries still get polio. But that's besides the point. By and large, the majority of people have never had polio. Now, I'm sure anyone in my audience, would love to stop and think about why you have never had polio. Do you know why no one has polio anymore? For the most part, like it's still a problem in some parts of the world, but very, very rare. Do you know why you've never had polio? I'm gonna give you one guess. It starts with a V. Okay? It's vaccines. Let's talk about smallpox for a second. Smallpox ravaged the Americas. Um, absolutely decimating. Smallpox was horrendous. It caused hemorrhagic lesions. Hemorrhagic lesions are these interesting lesions that form on your face and body. Your face begins to swell. It is not a good time. It is not fun. It is a really terrible thing. And fun fact: smallpox was brought over by European colonists and ravaged the Native American population. What do you think led to smallpox not being as much of a problem anymore? Believe you me, smallpox is still like kind of around, but it's largely extinct. It There's been a few cases, a few very fringe cases of smallpox. The smallpox virus by and large has gone extinct. And there is a reason for this. I'm going to give you one guess, and it starts with a V. The answer is vaccines. Vaccines have eliminated many diseases from the face of the earth that were so troublesome. They were so troublesome that causing millions of deaths in the 20th century alone. Smallpox caused 300 million deaths. 300 million. You know what got rid of it? It's vaccines. It's always vaccines. Vaccines got rid of it. And I hear some people sitting here talking about, but they have formaldehyde in them. Well, here's a fun fact about formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is a preservative. And sure, you probably shouldn't go drinking formaldehyde by the gallon. But you're not drinking formaldehyde by the gallon. You're getting one shot that's just got a little bit of formaldehyde in it. And the formaldehyde in a vaccine, what is it preserving? How do vaccines work? Tell me how vaccines work. I'm kidding. It's a video. I can't hear you. But the way vaccines work is by injecting you with a weakened version of the virus so that your body generates the antibodies for it and learns how to generate the antibodies for it. The formaldehyde preserves the virus and kind of ensures it stays dead. I can't just go around injecting people with saline and some virus. That's how 90% of vaccines work, by the way. It is formaldehyde and some virus. Now, there is a question to be had about the aluminum salts. What's the aluminum salts for? Well, I'm really glad you asked, strange individual on the internet who I cannot hear. Aluminum salts serve as an adjuvant, which aluminum salt serves as, are utilized to make sure that the body responds to the vaccine in the first place. And by the way, I just want to add, from every vaccine you get, you only consume a fraction of the amount of aluminum that you consume from food and water. You're getting more aluminum when you drink a soda than you are when you get a vaccination. Oh my god, it's the 21st century. It's 2025. We have over 100 years. We have over 100 years proving over and over, time and time again, that vaccines work, and yet you still have these animals, these absolute buffoons, these fools sitting here crying about, oh, it's gonna make my child autistic. Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? I'd rather have an autistic child than a dead one, and I'm gonna stand on that. Who cares if vaccines make your child autistic? Dear God. And sure, some people are going to come through, well, with this really niche study that I read about on Facebook.com. Listen here, okay? Listen, I'm going to be honest. 10 minutes of Googling is not 8 years in a medical program. Dear Lord, every person who has ever invented a vaccine, okay, well, I'm exaggerating there, but I'm willing to venture out that the people who create vaccines have PhDs. Do you know what it takes to get a PhD? I looked into it. I looked into what it takes to get a PhD because I wanted to get a PhD in engineering. Do you know what it takes to get a PhD? It's not easy. you have to get your, I mean, like, you have to get your, you have to get a proper GPA. You have to show that you're intelligent to some degree. Um, or at least that you can learn to some degree. And then to get a PhD, you need to contribute something substantial to your field. Making vaccines is not easy, and the invention of them was hard fought. And it was a race against the clock as people were dying. Holy hell. Listen, I don't care what your funny little book says or what your 10 minutes on Google says or the patterns, all right, you noticer. I know what that means. I know what noticer means. I know what you mean when you say you're a noticer, okay? I know what you're talking about. Your dog whistles don't trick me, okay? You're noticing these patterns and that as vaccines have advanced, so has there's been more autism diagnoses. Yeah, idiot, our ability to diagnose autism also increases with our ability to create vaccines. It's the same thing with industry. I swear. Honestly, it gets to a point I don't even know what to say about half these morons anymore. Because, oh my god, I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it. And, like, they say it's for the betterment of the kids, but you're content to just let kids sit there and die. And they're like, well, if you look at the statistics, you will notice that I don't care about your statistics. I care about the peer-reviewed studies done by doctors, done by people who have researched this kind of thing. I care about things that are actually scientifically backed with empirical evidence. That's that's my that's what I depend on, empirical evidence. I know it's a big scary word. Oh, but the doctors and the government, they skew the results so you get the vaccine. You know what? At the end of the day, so what? So what? I don't care. If it's saving people's lives, I don't care. I don't care if it's saving people's lives. At the end of the day, what is the material difference? Work with me here. Work with me here. Come on, let's put on our listening ears. At the end of the day, what is the material difference between something that the government skews the results of that actually saves lives and something that the government skews the results of that ultimately does nothing? I'm not a big fan of the government 30 on 30. Okay? I'm not a big fan of the government 30 on 30 on 30. But I cannot stand these people who sit here and try to act like we're the idiots for going with the well-reviewed, empirical evidence-based information on vaccines. Vaccines help people. End of story. I think I'm done with that rant now. I think I'm finally done. But oh my god, I had to get it out. All right, we now have a lot of wood. No, you could probably do with a little bit more wood. We could do a little bit more wood. Hey, what do you think? A little more, a little bit more wood, a little bit more wood. I could do with a little bit more wood. Just good god, we're kind of going through like a loop where it's like we're experiencing all the 2010s conspiracy theories again. By the way, I've seen a lot of theories floating around about the Epstein files. All right, listen, the the Epstein files are very real, and they should have been released a long time ago. By the way, I'm just gonna sprinkle on in here that Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. But some of the things people are saying, I'm just like, holy good God, that is not how you reach that conclusion. A lot of it's just coming back to anti-Semitic conspiracy theories again. I have seen some theories of like, oh, they were drinking the blood of Christian babies, and I'm like, that's just anti-Semitism. That's just anti-Semitism. That's just the blood libel thing. We're just going through blood libel again. You gotta be kidding me. See, the thing is, I made a mistake in assuming that the general public had critical thinking skills. That's my bad, G. That's my bad. I'm sitting here, utterly astounded by a lot of this. It's embarrassing to watch. Genuinely, it's embarrassing to watch. I remember when COVID was like really in its full swing, and I'm glad to see that we're starting to recover from that. But I remember when COVID was like full swing, full steam ahead. And we were going through it. I remember quarantine just as well as anybody else. I played a lot of Minecraft with my friends. The theories that were coming out about how the Rona is produced by the government to see who's able to be controlled. No, it's the cycle. It's the cycle. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's how the cycle works. Right. Every some odd years, humanity is hit with a new pandemic or epidemic because as we continue to get better at fighting viruses, viruses continue to get better at fighting us. That's just kind of how it works. It's not some great grand conspiracy theory. It's just life. It's just it's science, okay? And listen, I'm not speaking from a place of great like intelligence. My area of expertise is mathematics, okay? I'm a math nerd, right? I'm speaking from a high school class. I'm talking about my high school, like my high school class where I learned all this stuff, and then I proceeded to read most of it at home as well because I couldn't get enough of my high school class where I learned things. I sure did love learning things and studying for my exams. Okay, I sure did love learning things and getting the facts. Cough, cough, hack, hack. Alright? No, Corona wasn't some big conspiracy. Corona, right, was viruses evolving because humans are good at fighting viruses, and so viruses have to get good at fighting us. Oh, I can't believe this is a discussion this is a thing I'm talking about in the year of our Lord, 2025. Listen, I know America does not have the best education system. Our education system, kind of bad, kind of suck, kind of really bad, right? But good lord, is there anything to explain this level of stupidity? And don't say fluoride. If you say fluoride, I'm gonna, uh, I'm gonna take a take a shit down your throat if you say it's fluoride. I'm not even worried about not swearing right now. I'm heated. I'm gonna take a shit down your throat if you say it's fluoride. I swear to God. Okay? I'd like to respect every human on this planet. I love people, and I think people in general try to do good. But if you say that the fluoride is calcifying our pineal glands one more time, I am going to rip off your head, and I am going to shit down your trachea. Okay? I do not want to fucking hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it. I think you're fucking stupid. I think you're fucking stupid and I hate you. And I think that maybe you could fucking give someone else a little piece of that fucking oxygen, you dimwit stupid piece of shit. I'm gonna kick your sister so fucking hard she's gonna wish that she had never given birth to you. You stupid idiot. You inbred fucking moron. I hate you. I hate you and I hope you fucking It's not the fluoride. So I don't think flat earthers were real. There's a reason I say this. I think that flat earthers were God's greatest rage bait. I don't think there's anyone out there who genuinely believes the world is flat. I've seen some real stupidity in my time, but I've also done a lot of hiking in my time. And to share a fun fact with you guys, just to share a real cool... Oh, there's a glare down there. Huh. Just to share a real cool fun fact with you guys, if you hike up any mountain, just pick one, really. If you hike up any mountain, unless you live in, I don't know, Nebraska. I went through Nebraska once, and that's the flattest place I've ever seen. If you hike up on any mountain and you look out over the horizon, you may notice that there's a slight curve in the horizon, right? You can see it, even at kind of low heights. You can see it. What's the curve, Mansley? Why do you think the sky curves like that? Give me one reason that you think the sky curves. It's not because there's a dome. It's not because there's some secret ice wall out there. It's not because the Nazi haven of Agartha is in the middle of the earth. The earth curves because it is round, and round things curve. Again, I don't think there's anyone truly that stupid out there to believe that that the Earth is flat. I think they're making it up for attention, right? But I also, and this is the caveat, have to cover my bases. I've always been a science kid. I used to own all of the National Audubon Societies, like books on field guides on like minerals and animals, and birds and plant life. I've always been a bit of a science kid. Again, not my area of expertise. Math is my area of expertise. But oh my god, some people just really make you wonder. All right, and I feel like just smacking this thing down right. I think it goes here. Not like that. Holy. Oh. Oh no. Things just got significantly more complex. I have a gearbox. Where's my there it is. Gearbox. Gearbox. Make it a vertical gearbox. Yep. Where's my wrench? Hang on. Pay a visit to this. Slap the mechanical press in there. Put this here. Grab the wrench. Clear up just a little bit of space. Gearbox goes here. Let's rotate that. Yep, like that. And then we hop up here. Do that. Oh, no. That is wrong. Then we do that. Okay. And then, well, the chassis just, it doesn't need a chassis, but the chassis is what I have on hand. So we're going to use that, and we're also going to get rid of this tree. I'm just going to do this one by hand. Okay. Hang on, I'm still learning. I like being wrong. It's an opportunity to learn, but I don't want to be wrong all the time. Then I put this here, like so. Yep. And this goes out 3 or 4, and then the other side's also gonna go out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm gonna update the bearing, and there it goes. Moves a little slow, but that's fine by me. Now we're gonna take these piston extenders I grabbed. We're gonna. Okay, how do I stop you? There we go. Just rotate it. Perfect. We're gonna take these piston extenders I have. We're also gonna take these. We're just gonna do that. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's kind of neat looking. So we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna adjust this back to its original position, like that. Yep. And then we are going to connect these across like so. We are going to put the piston extension pulls on. Perfect. Then we take our empty hand and we just click on that. Now it'll continue to drill deeper and deeper into the earth until something happens. You're not a... Oh, you are a glare. Just caught in a really awkward spot. Oh, wait, you're the glare that I was friends with, and then I lost track of. Good to know. Great to know, actually. Nice. And now I can just leave this alone. Perfect. Let's get this toolbox home, back up on the shelf. And we got a nice, I'm gonna call it a situation. Yeah, a situation is appropriate. Let's call it a situation. Yeah. Yeah. And then I think in the next episode, what we're gonna start on is some roads! Yeah, some roads! And we'll get some, I don't know what we want to make the roads out of, but I want to be able to drive my moped without fear of it getting damaged, because it's pretty scraped up as is, and I feel bad. Let's get you in your little pet. Yeah, there you go. Feel bad. So I think we are going to leave it right there. Have a wonderful day, folks. Take it easy, but take it. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, be kind to animals. You get the gist by now. All right. Take it easy, folks.